There we go. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to round 2 of the Sr8 Winter 2013 tournament. We have 24/7 and Sniper Jump. And it looks as though we're still waiting on one player for 24/7, and I think we'll get right underway after that. Let's take a look at this matchup tonight. We have some people I'm not too familiar with on Sniper Jump. We have X3R, who's a very good player, had a lot of success last season. Desi, who did okay in the last game. Lolzy, who had some really incredible moments in his last match. So we'll expect to see a lot from him. Seeing some somewhat unfair pings, but I don't think it'll make too much of a difference in Sr8. So I think we'll see these teams be pretty evenly matched in that sense. Hopefully it'll be pretty evenly matched overall, so we can get a good match in. Let me just modify some settings here so I can get my mini-map nice and big. And let's see, get it huge for you guys so we can check out early rushes and such. Let's get those arrows smaller though. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Turn that off for now. So it looks like they're having trouble getting a fourth at 24/7. Hopefully they'll manage that soon. Until then, let's see what we can see. We also don't know if they've decided on maps yet, so we might have a map change here in a moment. And let's take a look at that mini-map. So some interesting movements here in the warm-up. And as you'll notice, I'm running the new skins from 016, Dr. Blue and Dr. Pink. I'm quite fond of them. I hope you guys are as well back at home. We also are doing a couple other things differently today. Hopefully Frag Tag will join us as usual in a moment. He was up very late for our last match, which turned out to be a no-show and wasn't broadcasted, so he went to bed to get some sleep, and hopefully he'll wake up in time to join me before the match starts. And I guess we'll wait now for their fourth. Continue to wait. We're already 20 minutes behind schedule, so I imagine they might start playing 3v3 here shortly. So let's take another look. Kebab, Luke, Xiaomi, Vega. I do seem to remember from their last match. Let me check very quickly, see how they did in the last matchup. Oof, my computer seems to be having a lot of difficulty today. And for those at home that were wondering about in the past, you may notice a funny background noise in our feeds. That's because I'm over here working on ungrounded power. So I have 220 volts of power coursing across my computer as we do this feed. So any uncomfortable noises you hear is a direct result of that. I apologize for that. Hopefully in the future we can get that sorted. But for now that's just an inevitability. And I seem to be having some serious problems now. Oh, here we are. Okay, let me get my web browser up, and I can take a look at the previous matches, see how people weighed in. So, first round, Sniper Jump played Ah, I see. They got a bye into the second round as their opponent's MDE did not show up to play and have dropped out of the tournament. So we have yet to see Sniper Jump play a match. So this should be interesting. Play URT 24/7. They were quite strong in the last match. They all but decimated Urban Devils. As I said, Osh last time. As I said, Lulzy last time. We had some really incredible moments, and Osh was the standout leader who really carried the team. So we have XDR here today, who did not play in the last one, who's quite a skilled player. So I believe he'll probably be carrying in Osh's stead, and I think Lulzy will come out with a strong performance, and hopefully Desi will as well, live up to his previous match. And it seems like we're going to go for a 3v3. I don't know if they're going to change the map or not. We should be pretty seamless in map changes now on GTV. And some colorful comments from the players here. This is the VRZ competition server located in Los Angeles, California, which the league has donated for them to play on. As I said before, pings are not entirely fair, but not so bad. 150, 250. Lulzy definitely with a distinct advantage there, but I don't expect that'll make too much of a difference in Sr8. So it looks like they're requesting a map. I don't know if they realize they can vote a map. Perhaps they think someone needs to have Archon on the server. Unfortunately, there isn't much I can do for them right now. Oh, it looks like they do really want me to, so I'll try my best here. Okay, we just have to SSH into the server. Okay, so I've changed the map now, and we are off. And unfortunately, seem to have had a little difficulty there. As you know, if you've been following us, GTV still having quite a few issues, problems, and errors for us in Urban Terror. We're hoping to get that sort of thing resolved pretty quickly. I know that at one time was a priority for the devs, but as we all know, the controversy surrounding the loss of one of the devs, one of the members of the team, who happened to be the one working on writing the new GTV. So at this point, we're just making do as best we can. So let me take command here, and then we'll be ready to go. And hopefully they haven't readied up yet, but if they have, we haven't missed much. We should be fine. Okay. And let's take the next feed. Take the camera. And we are off. And more issues, more problems here. And we still have the same download URL problem as before. So he's gonna have to download the map and restart his URT before he gets connected while we wait for him. That could be him right there, bad info. Let's hope so. And I will change the download URL myself here, actually. Let's get URL. And hopefully that'll do the trick. Okay, Lolzy's here, good. Ah, yeah, it would appear bad info is my second instance of GTV that I have to invoke on the server in order to stay connected when maps change. And hopefully Lolzy will be in there any moment. So let's take a look at the minimap again. Kind of look at their movement in the warm-ups. So they seem to be spreading out quite a lot when they search for that final guy. As we can see their rush, they seem to be fanning out just a bit, sticking together a bit as well. That's a good shot there, good teamwork. Okay, so Sniper seems to be grouping together, moving together, which is to be expected in SR8. And let's get a look at 24/7 here. So the three of them, and we will see quite a lot of yep, and hopefully they come to terms with the fact that that is GTV and don't make an issue of it. For the folks at home, rest assured that's not someone cheating for either team. That is me with my second GTV. Hey, that's Tony, you here now? VRZ Tony, joining me in the studio.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm having a bit of problem like connecting. I think I'm the bad info there.
That bad info should be me. Oh, I forgot to give you some information. Hold on a sec. Let's see.
I'm having like a counting thing, I think.
So I forgot to give Tony the information on how to switch to the auxiliary feed when we switch maps. And I know there are a few people kicking around on TS3. Maybe if Kritya finishes with his business in time, he might join us as well. Like I said before, hopefully Fragtag will wake up here momentarily and join us.
Oh yeah, we watch now.
Oh, and oh no, they do not have 4. So I suppose they'll get started here and ready up in a moment. And it looks as though they'll play 3v3, perhaps 4v3. It is Sniper Jump's discretion whether they choose to play 4v3 or 3v3. So these two teams both seem to be very fair play minded and good spirited, so I think they'll probably do a 3v3. And I'm curious as to the history of this chat. Okay, I think they're ready to go, it seems. Still, okay, and they seem to have sorted out their teams, and they've got a sub. Perhaps a second sub, or perhaps they will play 4v3. And so Sniper Jump's still not readying up yet. Perhaps they're discussing who will be the other sub. And as I've said before, as we continue to do this, we'll get more situated in our feeds. I'd like to be able to show you guys some more information off screen. For now, all I can do is give you the match. But in the future, hopefully by round 3 and in all future events, we'll be set up such that I can give you guys more information on the screen about the two teams playing. For now, this is about all we can see is the mini-map and the team scores. So, okay, and here we are, we're off. And ready to start. This should be a very exciting match. I'm going to turn off my demo. Okay. So let's, in the early rounds, get a look at these rushes, and they seem to be putting 2 to 3 box, and one coming out trying to get a line on the 1 box there, but that's pretty dangerous. Seems to have made the right move there, going into infirmary instead. And he'll try to come around and flank. Oh, but he's taken by Lolzy. Lolzy with a sharp move there. He'll come support his teammate. And 24/7 seems to be very spread out, moving in a very tempered way. And we're down to 2v2 now. I'm going to take away the mini-map. And Lolzy with a nice shot there. That's good. So let's follow Lolzy a bit. As I said in their last match, Lolzy had a very epic moment, a 1v4 clutch that was just spectacular to watch. And that match you can, of course, watch again. You can visit on UTSC, utschamps.org, and there's a front page set of links for all the previous matches we've shoutcasted. And it looks like they've gone up, have a man advantage here, looking to get their second win. They'll be meeting at 3 box. Okay, and Kuroke is sort of trapped between them. There was some good positioning by 24/7 there. There wasn't much he could do. So let's get a look at Sniper Jump. Look at Donna here. So they seem to be crowding into Canteen. Certainly a strategy some people use. I think Canteen is somewhat dangerous to pile up in with SR8. I think it's much better to stay spread out and give yourself lots of advantages that way. Ooh, and that's tough for Donna X3R with a really sharp kill there. Oh, and he's taken by Xiaomi, and we'll have a 1v2 here. And he can't pull it off. So let's take a look at Desi. Desi and servers. Keeping an eye out for 1 box. It looks like they haven't decided to camp 1 box, but he'll meet someone at 3 box. They'll exchange some shots at 60 in the legs. Oh, and he's taken down before he can finish him off. So let's see, Donna over, trying to get a kill. Oh, and it looks like his prey has ran all the way through Globe and out the other side. So they'll regroup and met up, which is the smart thing to do here. So Lolzy all alone. Let's see if he can clutch again. Seems to be a clutch machine, this guy. Ooh, and he has a line there, but doesn't quite get it off. Doing some jumping here. As we know, as we've seen in previous matches, jumping can be very dangerous. So we'll see how he does here. Looks like perhaps an illegal server connection there. Hopefully the teams resolve it themselves. And that's a good shot by Lolzy. Brings it back down to 1v1, though he is down in health. Just under 50%, or perhaps looks like 40%. So will he keep this domination alive? Wow, what I have to say, lucky shot. Flying quick scope groin right there at 3 box. You saw it here. Pretty miraculous, and they'll go up 4-0 early in this match, early in this map. So Lolzy very strong here, showing his strength. Let's take a look at Xiaomi here. And it looks like so their player has joined the team and joined the wrong team. It appears 24/7 is not too impressed with that, nor would I be. I'd be quite upset if someone from the opposing team joined my my side in the middle of the match. And 24/7 seems to be the one taking the timeout here. So that's quite flagrant right there. Hopefully things don't turn too ugly here. It seems Vlad is having some issues. Hopefully so Vlad seems concerned that he won't be able to join his teammates because of the discrepancy in numbers of players. He seems to be using auto join. Starting to question. Okay, and Vlad seems to have gone. So hopefully that'll take care of it for us. And we'll be back in 2-1. Here we go. And Vlad reconnects. Very interesting things here we're seeing. So following Desi here, he's at one box trying to camp it out. Ooh, and he misses an important shot there. You really need to make those from that one box location. He's going to be overrun now, and if he's lucky, he might get one in before they take him out. 2v1, trapped in the corner. It's a really tough position here. Yep, and that's how that goes. X3R playing it careful. So two of them meeting at one box. All three of them at one box. Lolzy and X3R, I think, assuming they're in canteen. And Lolzy's made contact. X3R, it looks like, well, I thought he was going to go for a flank there, but they'll take him head on. And 1v3, this is interesting. So this could be the chance for Sniper Jump to get their first round in this map. Just under 9 minutes remaining. And X3R will take a chunk out of Donna. He'll get Donna. And now it's down to 1v1. Oh, and a big miss there. Let's take a look at Xiaomi. He's going to play it very carefully. Missing 10%, a little chunk out of himself. He must have lemming somewhere. That's pretty dangerous. That puts him in death's door for a multitude of different hit locations. If he gets hit in the groin, the butt. Oh, but he comes up with a very nice shot there. And they'll take their first round. 5-1, 8.5 minutes left. Still could be anyone's game. From what we've seen, though, if it remains 3v3, as it is now, it looks like 24/7 is the stronger team. So hopefully Sniper can come up with some inventive strategies here to try and overcome that deficit. Certainly plenty of time. Lolzy here making a move. Ooh, and they're quickly taken out and go down by 5. So as we'll see, a few more rounds for 24/7, another few minutes taken away, and this map's going to slip away from them altogether. So hopefully they can come up with something here. 3v2. Let's get a look at Xiaomi here. And they'll close in 2v1 in the one box, but he had no idea who was behind him. And 24/7 really just has the positioning on orbital that's giving them this huge advantage. They seem to be coming up with a lot of flanks and a lot of 2v1s that are really just putting them in a great position, as well as some pretty good shooting from all three of these guys. And we got a little firefight in the globe there, and it'll move outside. Ooh, and they'll go up 2v1, and they've taken 60 out of Desi, so it looks like Sniper will have a really good shot at taking this one. Desi down to 38, 1v1, alone in servers. Oh, and he's taken down. So 7-2, 6.5 remaining, still very possible. Let's see how they fare. Still playing 3v3. So these are some stand-up guys. Some hiccups in the arrangement and organization of this match, but both teams seem to be good sports, and that's what we like to see most at UTSC. Take a 50 out of X3R. That'll be an important hit for him there. 1v3, but he takes out X3R. Has a clean shot, no hits on him. A man coming up behind him, if you can hear. And he's down to 40. He needs to med. Oh, and he's taken by Desi at the last fight. So that's too bad. 8-2, deficit of 6. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Still anyone's game. Let's try and follow Kuroke. He's in servers, has his eye on one box. Ooh, that's a tough miss there. Some bad luck. Lolzy here, fighting it out under canteen. He'll run away into infirmary. Desi will join him. This could turn into a very vicious 2v1 here. And Xiaomi taken from behind by Lolzy there. Really tough. The positioning by 24/7 here in Orbital is really remarkable. They're doing a great job of surrounding and attacking from multiple points. Really top form here tonight. And let's get a look at... Oh, and before we can even make it to him, he's taken out by X3R. They go up 9-2, down by 7, just under 5 minutes remaining. Things are starting to slip away. Let's get a look at the minimap again. And as we can see, they seem to be bunched together and moving slow. Luke here seems to be somewhat confused, perhaps. He's lost his teammates now. He's all alone, moving out into the open, kind of dangerous place. And he's here in Globe. Oh, and a very beautiful shot, a free shot almost. That's a really tough miss. And now he'll have 2 of them on his tail. Really tough place to be right now. Yep. And not much he could do there. 2v1 bleeding, stuck in a corner. Really just a lot of tough breaks here for Sniper. And they seem to think there's a frag limit. I don't know if these guys have actually read the rules or not. That's rather interesting. Desi takes out Xiaomi there. Kuroke gets a 50 on Desi. See if he can finish, but he cannot. Yeah, once again, 2v1. Really seems like a 2v1, a 3v1 left and right here. And that seemed to be an interesting substitute maneuver there. So it looks like they lost Donna. He wasn't able to make it in time, so they're 2v3 going into it. 24/7 offering to let them play with 4, though with 3 minutes remaining in the map. I don't know if that's much less than an empty gesture. And they take him out again. 12-2, up by 10, 3 minutes remaining. Obviously no hope here for Sniper Jump, but these teams seem to be playing and having fun. That's what's important. And we'll see what happens on the next map. I believe this is 24/7's main map that they're most familiar with. So we might not see this movement from them and this really great sort of tactical approach from them in the next map. So this could very well go to 3 maps, especially if 24/7 is allowing them or encouraging them to play with 4 the whole time in the next map. We could very easily see a 3rd map, which could be very interesting. Though this team is really strong, I'm really not too sure. Lolzy, X3R, Desi, those 3 are strong players, and from what we've seen, they might be able to take on any 4 of their opponents on their own. So it will be a tough match for Sniper. Some big misses here in this 2v1 in the globe. And Vega gets a bleed kill on Desi. 1v2 now. Hopefully he can come up with a clutch here, and that's a dangerous place to be. I'd be running away. Someone hiding behind that globe like that with an SR8 is incredibly dangerous. Now they're telling them to play with 5. This is very interesting. Maybe verging on some don't quite know the word. So they've taken one of each, the 2v3. So yeah, a good game. Not overly exciting for the folks at home. We've certainly had some really close, really fun matches to watch. This seems to be pretty much business as usual. Rounds moving pretty quickly, and 24/7 obviously taking all but 2 of them. They seem to be, like I said before, just moving really well and positioning really well here in orbital. Looks like they'll camp 1 box. Ooh, and Donna gets a good shot there. Wow, and that was a really spectacular moves there. And sorry I didn't catch much of it on the feed at home, but really good movement from Sniper Jump now. And sort of final finish strong in the last round here. 3v3. He'll take 50 out of Desi. Shiomi's down. Vega's alone. 1v2 in servers. This is not a bad place to be for a 1v2 though. He'll get a shot. Oh, and he won't get his shot in. XGR will take him out, and that's the end of the map, and that's 16-3. So a bit of a tough break there for our guys. And so I'll disconnect our auxiliary GTV for now, and we'll wait for the map to change. Hopefully they'll let me know which map it is they'd like to play. So we seem to have moved to Sanctuary. I did not initiate that movement, and there is no map list on our competition server. It should have reloaded Orbital, so perhaps this is the map they intend to play. That'd certainly be nice for us at home who don't have to wait. So, yup, not sure what yup is in reference to. Perhaps they're agreeing that this is their map. No, maybe not. Let's take away that mini-map. Boxtrot, interesting. Do I have Boxtrot? UT4, Boxtrot X6. Let's see what we can manage. Map, UT4, Boxtrot X6. And it is on the server, great. So there'll be no undue wait for that. We'll get Boxtrot loaded. Now load our auxiliary G3 again. We'll get Tony back in there. Okay, connecting our auxiliary and switching the feed, grabbing the camera, and we're off. So Boxtrot. Now this should be very interesting. We've seen a lot of upsets in previous matches and in previous seasons of this tournament. Seen some very big upsets, much weaker teams defeating stronger teams in Boxtrot. It really brings a lot of things into a realm of chance and luck and things like that. So it should be very interesting to see how this plays out. And they seem pretty confident about their choice of Boxtrot. So I have to imagine they've practiced it a bit and worked on some strategies for it. I'll be very interested to see here if 24/7 sort of from the get-go requests that they play 4v3. Certainly think they can handle it. But like I said, Boxtrot could be anyone's game here. Boxtrot is a very interesting map. Certainly many people be loath to play on it. It is a bit of an equalizer. and already the questions flowing, arising from sort of the uncertainty of this map. So there is a rule in UTSC. We forbid the use of illegal camping positions and abuse of maps. Could be from abuse of texture errors in the map creation, or abuse of places that were neglected to be clipped, so that players can reach sort of unfair places. We also have a rule that you cannot reach a place that can only be reached by jumping on top of your fellow players, things like that. So these guys are a little worried about that. There is also a box-shaped and box-looking fun stuff that some people might try to use to blend into the atmosphere, to look exactly like one of the other boxes there. But actually, they don't realize that in the league config, fun stuff is turned off. So that would be impossible. But they seem to be pretty fair-minded about it, and saying that they won't do it. I can't imagine someone having that sort of bad attitude, just totally against sportsmanship in general. Not really the spirit of URT overall. I'd be very surprised to see something like that, at least between these two teams. So, still waiting here for Sniper to ready up. And let's take a look at the lineup here. So, still 5 and 3. No one has subbed on Sniper Jump, as 24/7 waits for them to ready up, as we do at home as well. And take a look at the mini-map here. I don't think we'll have much use for it in this map. It's a linear map, and it is, I believe it is completely symmetrical. I could be wrong, but I believe it's completely symmetrical, red side and blue side. So we'll see how they fare. But as I said, I don't believe we'll need the mini-map. It's sort of a run around and do what you can as fast as you can kind of map. It's great for public server SR8 only matches. If you get 10 to 20 people in here all firing SR8s, kind of running around, jumping on stuff, it can be a lot of fun. But at the same token, as I said before, some teams really have a hard time with maps like this in competition, because that nature of the play that goes so well with these maps. Okay, and we're off. So get the second map in, and it looks like we'll be seeing 4v3, and Vega will sit out now in the beginning. So let's get Sniper Jump here, and Sr8 seems to be sort of patrolling their spawn, and he'll make it up top. So as you can see, the bumpers, if you're not familiar with Boxtrot, on the end there, those circular bumpers on either side of this archway will shoot you. They are bump pads. I'm not quite sure the real name. So that can really wreak havoc with your aim if you see someone low on the edges there, and you go in for a shot. And good luck, Vega says, as Sr8 goes for 1v3 here. 24/7 seems to be maintaining their dominance. Oh, and he went for a I'm not sure if he intentionally went for a curb there. That would be very interesting to see. Regarding the rules, it wasn't my intention to make curbing illegal, though. I think the phrasing of the rules would mean that had he curbed there, he would have been risking disqualification for his team. I believe the verbiage is that you may not deal damage with anything other than an SR8, and as we know, a curb has nothing to do with an SR8. So good thing that didn't work out as much as we would have liked to have seen it. So watch Donna here, 2v1, 1v1. Let's Let's watch Luke here. He has the higher ground. See if he can capitalize. He'll move in closer for a no-scope. And he'll make it away. And they'll lose sight of each other. X3R, definitely a solid player with sound, so he might already know where Luke is. And it looks as though he did. Had a good shot there. Luke playing it safe. Oh, he can't capitalize. Takes 60 out of the legs. Hopefully he can finish this off and even us up 1-1. It'd be nice to see a tight match here. A nice close map. And he does, and that's great. Good to see. So, nice and close, 1-1 in this map. And some incredible server CI there. Apologize for that, folks at home and players on the server. Not sure what that's about. Could perhaps have something to do with the fact that I'm running multiple GTVs connecting to a game server all on the same server. Certainly another thing we'd like to change in the future. Ooh, it looks as though we're going to have another CI there. I hope that was on my side and not for the players. They don't seem to be complaining. Oh, and Sniper Jump gets another one, and they go up 2-1 here. And 4-0, a flawless. So, things could really start to get interesting here. And Luke with some fantastic jumping. He's certainly not the first time he's played Foxtrot. Really some amazing movement coming up behind them that quickly in the early bit of the round. Yeah, this truly looks to be a war of map choice in the end. It seems that 24/7 is all but unbeatable in Orbital, and it almost looks as though we're going to see the same thing from Sniper Jump here. Luke with some fantastic looking jumps there, and he gets up into a really high place that's hard to reach, though not an illegal camping spot. I'd like everyone to be aware of that now. He'll get 60, 40 left on X3R. 1v1 here, and if Sniper Jump can get this kill, that'll be really big for them to go up by 2 with 10 minutes remaining. Oh, and X3R a little too more prepared. As I said before, jumping really makes you quite a target and removes all of your ability to aim. So you'll see often the more experienced players playing a calmer game, more grounded, both literally and figuratively, and you know, taking time to line up shots and not doing a lot of jumps and wall jumps and things like that is certainly something we see, though that does have its own disadvantages. Sometimes the wild playstyle of rapid movements and quick scopes and no scopes can pay off in certain maps, and certainly this is one of those maps if you're down in the thick of it there. And they go up 3-2. That's good to see. So 24/7 is certainly keeping it close here, even in 3v4. So I think we know how this match would have ended up had everything gone off without a hitch. And I have to say, even though it's quite early in this second map, I think we're going to see 24/7 come away with a victory here. Guroke trying those jumps that Luke did earlier, not quite as successful with them, but making some decent movement around the map there. Inquiring, I'd like to see that. A div clan. Well, certainly any clan that plays in a league division is a div clan. I don't know if you meant some specific div, perhaps div 1. 24/7, certainly not a div 1 clan. I believe they're a div 9 TS, but I think they were quite successful, so I imagine they'll be moving up to div 8. And I know they played clan base as well this year. Not sure, this season rather. Not sure how they did. It is a new clan started by Too Dark, who unfortunately is absent here today. Would have liked to have seen Too Dark on the server, and we would have liked to have seen Osh as well. Those are two very strong players. But as I said, it doesn't seem to be much of a loss for 24/7 here today. Down by 2, 8 minutes remaining. But I have to imagine they'll get used to box trot and find a way to pull this out here. X3R 1v1 against Kurake. Certainly X3R the stronger player. Kurake gets 50, and hopefully he can finish him off there. These 50s are really killing the sniper jump guys. Really having a tough time to find those chests and heads. Oh, and that's a tough miss there. Oh, and that's a great shot. So good job by Kurake there. As you saw, he kept it calm and on the ground. He didn't jump around or do anything crazy. He just kept his wits about him and tried to get a good shot off, and he did. And unfortunately there, he's taken out by Desi, who did the reverse. So let's get a look at Luke here. I really love to see his movement on box trot. This guy, he knows how to jump. And of course the name of this clan is Sniper Jump, so imagine they practice shooting SR8s and jumping quite a lot. Certainly would follow. So X3R here, let's get a look at Xiaomi as he tries to clutch this 1v2. Ooh, 97 if he can. Oh, and X3R goes for the gamble, takes the shot instead of medding himself, and ends up coming away, surviving and getting the kill. Really quite a lucky break there for X3R. Lolzy taken from behind by Kurake. Seems to have done some jumping there. Made it in behind him early in the round. Lolzy has something to say about that, as we see. So they're up 4v1 now. It looks like this round is definitely going to go to Sniper Jump. Though anything can happen. But Desi not quite able to do the 1v4 like Lolzy before him. So 6-3. As we stand now, perhaps we will see a third map. Certainly plenty of time for things to change, but only 9 rounds played so far in the first 9 minutes. Rounds seem to be going relatively slow, which is a surprise to me. I would have thought box trot rounds would go super fast, 20-30 seconds. Kurake gets Desi, but it's taken by X3R. 3v1 now. X3R remaining. Certainly capable of a clutch here. Playing it very calm and cool. Trying to silently find these guys and take them one at a time. Can't quite get the angle on that shot there. Being very patient. Ooh, and it looks like he might get surrounded here shortly. I think they know where he is. Yep, and Luke with some nice movement will get X3R. Go up by 4 or 5 minutes remaining. So 24/7 basically needs to win every round remaining now in order to pull out a victory on this map. I have a 3v1 here in the corner. Hopefully that's just me. It looks like that was just me lagging there. I think they're all fine on the server. 2v2. Xiaomi with 100%. Luke with 100%. All players seem to be fully healthed. X3R. Xiaomi takes out Lolzy. That's going to be big, but X3R takes Luke down to the 1v1 mano a mano. And X3R, strong player, so Xiaomi's really going to have to work for this. Get a look at X3R. He seems to be listening and hiding and preparing. Xiaomi's still moving around, perhaps a bit nervous. And Xiaomi seems to have stopped moving. Oh, no, that's my lag again. Sorry about that, folks at home. Once again, I'm having some terrible lags. Really sorry about that, guys. My 7-year-old laptop isn't quite up to the task. And once again, yeah, over at UTSC, we are always looking for... Ooh, X3R comes up with a huge kill there. So they'll be down by 3 with 340 remaining. Still totally in this. Interesting. So they seem to have gone to the trouble of reading the rules halfway through the match. And are now going back on something they agreed to earlier. It looks like there might be some involved work by the admins on this match after the fact. We'll have to see how it plays out. If 24/7 takes it in 2 maps, 3v4, I don't imagine there'll be much to say about it. Oh, what a no-scope there. So Luke will take Lolzy out, and up by 4, 3 minutes remaining. Yet another player connecting without a timeout and sitting in spec from Sniper Jump. 24/7 must not be very impressed with that. Luke here with his good movement. Oh, but Desi was patient and took him while he jumped. Like I said, the jumping really will get you. Lolzy here jumping and certainly climbing like Lolzy's doing here. Very dangerous. 2v2. 2 on the archway. And the sniper jumpers seem to be below. No lemming in box shot, as you see. Very interesting. Sniper Jump seems to be scheming on the win here. We'll see how 24/7 goes with that. Let's see what they make of it. Though certainly the infractions are rife on either side. We have players without off, and we have multiple substitutions without timeouts. Many infractions on Sniper Jump side as well. I think all told, going by the rules without any of the team agreements in place, it would be a disqualification for both teams. Though, folks at home, you should know that before the match, both teams did agree to let X3R play, despite not being officially on the team for more than 24 hours. So that will certainly play a factor in admin decisions later, if it comes to that. We'll see how they feel. Perhaps they'll play a 3rd map anyway, which might be for the best. And still some time left in the round. Perhaps we'll, as admins, force them to play a 3rd map if they don't, and let that map decide the winner. Were it not a dual bracket, double elimination tournament, we might have forced them to replay the match entirely, or disqualified them both. But unfortunately, one of them does have to emerge victorious. So we'll take all that into account later on. It is clear that they are going to walk away with this map. 20 seconds remaining. This could be the last round. 2v1 here. And 9-point deficit now. Sorry, 8-point deficit. One last round. Referring to the bad info, which is of course my second GTV connection. So 4v1 here. Desi looking to clutch. She takes 1 out of 4. Tight quarters in here in the dark lighting. Oh, and Kurake gets him, and that's 13-4 in the second map. So it looks like we'll have some contention here. Hopefully they'll get in there and play a 3rd map. Myself, I do have work in the morning, and it's 1 a.m. now where I live. I'd be just as happy to see either thing happen, to be honest. So we'll get reconnected to the server here, and we look to be back in Turnpike. That's odd. Yeah, it must be using a map list. It's very interesting. Seems to be using the Team Survivor public map list we use for our public server on the same box. So let's see. Hopefully they'll give us information here on the server about which map they'd like to play. Hopefully they don't take too long to decide amongst themselves. Perhaps in a best case scenario they'll just play Turnpike as it is. So let's disconnect our second iteration. Oops, let's make myself an admin first. So yeah, seeing things start to take a bit of a turn here. Sniper Jump playing 4v3 and walking away with that second map, and starting to quote the rules now. I'm a little perturbed about that. So make myself an admin here. Already am. Okay, let's delete the extra one, and let's connect again. Switch the feed, take the camera, and we're off. So they seem to be readying up, and so I think 24/7 is willing to play Turnpike as their third map. Hopefully we'll see Sniper Jump ready up here any moment. They're already down to 4 players, 2 of their subs in. So hopefully they'll ready up here any moment. Turnpike, of course, probably the most common map in Urban Terror, so both teams should have quite a good working strategic knowledge of it. And I have to say also, 3v4 here in Turnpike, 24/7 might be very capable of walking away with the win, even down a man. So Sniper seems to be confused about the third map. Obviously 24/7 has already readied up. They're willing to play Turnpike. Hopefully they'll sort this out in short order. So gonna look at the teams here. Sniper Jump, a huge team. 6 players on the server. That's really quite something. And it looks like Rilo, getting a much more fair ping. Though as I said before, you know, 200, 250. 100, 150, they're all pretty similar when it comes to SR8. Certainly, if you ask any of the .NET guys from Australia, or XDR here from New Zealand, actually 160 ping from New Zealand, that's quite exceptional. That's probably the lowest ping he gets in any competition. We've seen XDR in some knockouts, we've seen him in some other leagues before. And really, I've never seen him with a ping that low coming from New Zealand. They usually get upwards of 300, 350, just about anywhere in the world. It seems Los Angeles might be the closest point to them respective to data. So, still discussing here. Sniper Jump needs to get 2 or 3 subbed out here. Luke's taking a subbing. I'm surprised about that. From what we saw last map, Luke seems to be the strongest player on Sniper Jump. Perhaps he'd like to give some other players a chance to get some real combat experience. So Sniper Jump seems to be not too impressed with Turnpike. And neither team chose their map before the match as they were supposed to. Tempted if they don't agree on Sank now. Okay, so we'll move to Sank. and that'll be that. So hopefully they'll ready up here quickly. It's turning into quite a long match. Oh, and I'll have to reconnect yet again. Really quite a shame. In the past that didn't happen. I was able to stay connected in map changes. Perhaps an Archon, not even an Archon, a map change from the actual terminal that the server is running in. I guess that works a little differently with respect to GTV. Okay, so we are admins, so I will make sure I'm watching the first one. Permission 9. Oh yes, good thing. I'm not an admin yet. And we'll take the camera on feed 1 and we will add our second GTV, move over to feed 3 and take the camera, and we're off. So warming up a bit here, hopefully they'll get right into it and ready up pretty quickly here. A bit of trolling here in the warm-up, abusing some hidden gems of this map. Now this is a map, if you know a thing or two about Urban Terror, you know there are some illegal positions here. Certainly in Flowers, up above the wooden beams there, is an illegal position. And there's another place in Upper Rest area where you actually need something like 3 or 4 stacked teammates to climb on in order to access. There are quite a few of those places in Sanctuary. So 24/7 readied up here again, and we'll just wait for Sniper Jump to ready, and we'll get this third map underway. They seem to be pretty vehemently refusing to ready up at this time. I guess they're still sorting out who's gonna sub and who's gonna play. And we're off, and it looks like 4v3. We're gonna have another 4v3 here. And we'll have Luke, Rilo, Kuroke, and Shiomi versus K3I, Desi, and Lolzy. And here on Sank, Sniper Jump's not gonna have that advantage that they had in Boxtrot. I think we'll see a much closer match despite this 3v4. And we'll see some really incredible stuff from XTR, I think, on this map. And Lolzy, XTR both getting early kills. Have it at 3v2 now, 3v1, and that's the first round pretty quickly and easily into their pocket. So I would not be too surprised to see that continue throughout the round, throughout the map. And yet another illegal connection to the server by Phoenix this time. I believe Phoenix might be the team leader, or at least a team admin for Sniper Jump. It's good to see him on here. We would have liked to have seen a timeout from Sniper Jump as he connected. And 1-to-1 here, and my demo seems to have started again now that Phoenix has joined. And at least he's joined his own team and gone straight to sub, so we avoided those other disasters we had earlier. So up 4v2. Let's get a look at X3R. Oh, that's a tough miss there. Down here under the tunnel, doing a slide there, very dangerous, sliding towards your enemy in SR8. That's actually my signature move, is the Sui slide, as they call it, wherein I slide directly towards my enemy and am immediately killed. Really dangerous, but it worked out for XDR here, and got it down to 2v2. So they've evened it up, and the score is even, and they're together, and that's a good shot by X3R there. 2v1 now. Really gonna be a tight match this final map, I think. And XTR. Oh, beautiful sliding no scope there. Really dangerous, but beautiful. Yeah, you can certainly see the attraction to sliding around with the SR8. You can get some really great no scope shots in as you slide and curve towards folk. But it is quite dangerous. XTR, pretty big miss there. That really should have been a headshot. Then he'll connect now. Phoenix doing a good job of weaving back and forth there. Xiaomi takes out Lolzy. 2v2, 2v1. That's a great shot there by Desi. Really capitalizing on the confusion. Rilo, I think, expected an easy kill seeing them meting each other. He was really surprised. So 1v1, Xiaomi and Desi both strong. I'd say equally matched in this 1v1. Could be anyone's. Could be anyone's round. Xiaomi here. Trying to flank. Maybe not the best move in that circumstance. I think it would have been smarter to battle it out there. Yep, and Desi has a chance to kind of position himself and also run down a bit more of the time as they go up by 2. Time is going to be a huge factor in this third map. And now that 24/7's up 3v1, but down a man, they're going to be moving very slowly and cautiously, trying to waste as much time as they can, and really waiting until they get these 2v1s before they start rushing around. And really tough spot here. Rilo is really in trouble. Oh, and he gets one, and he's in the open, and Desi can't capitalize. And wow, Rilo really came out of that with a lot of luck, but he can't quite finish it off. That's too bad. So up 4v1 here, 11 minutes remaining. 4-1, I should say. Starting to look like this is going to come away with a 24/7 victory. And as we can see, 4v3 really be sort of an unquestioned victory at that point. Won the first one 3v3, and if they win this third one 3v4, that pretty much seal it in the eyes of myself and probably you at home. So 1v4 here, Desi. Gonna have trouble. If I were him, I'd be running away trying to waste time. I'm sure his teammates must be telling him that right now on TS3. Let's see what he can make of this. And let's also get a look over at Sniper Jump. 2 of them going into flowers. Phoenix deciding to go for a flank there. They all seem to be jumbled up in one position, which isn't good, but they came out on top anyway. Down by 2. Still quite close. And yeah, certainly this must be getting towards one of the longest matches we've recorded. I believe we're somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 minutes or so. But not without its excitement. 3v1, Sniper Jump, about to even it up again. Unless we can see a clutch here from Lolzy, which is entirely plausible. Here's someone behind him. Ooh, and that's a nice shot through the grating there. Oh, and that's some bad luck as he tried to make it into flowers. He'll get taken out. 4-3, 9 minutes remaining. Rounds are moving pretty quickly here. About a round a minute, it seems. A little less, maybe a round every 40 seconds. So even faster moving than we saw in Boxtrot, which is not in 24/7's favor. That will certainly help out Sniper Jump, given the odds in their favor with the 4v3. The more rounds they play, the better chance they have to capitalize on that man advantage. And to that end, I'm surprised that we don't see more stalling and more camping and more of those sort of time-wasting techniques from 24/7. Desi there tries to do a spin move, and it's just picked right out of the air by Xiaomi. Really got him there. Lolzy, 2v2 here. Lolzy backing up XTR. They'll see if they can get some better position. Oh, tough miss there from Lolzy. and some confusion from the sniper jump side. Oh, two guys running into each other there. Really, really tough. Lolzy should have capitalized on that, but he can't quite. XDR here, 1v1. Certainly the favorite. I think from what we've seen, XDR quite obviously the strongest player on the server right now. Though we have seen some pretty incredible things from Luke, and now that Phoenix is here, we might see some great stuff from him too. Let's move over to Kuroke. And he's on death's door, and XDR will finish him off there. And 5-3 up by 2, 7 minutes remaining. Really a strong performance here, 3v4 by 24/7, maintaining this lead. And they'll be surrounded here in Flowers, and they'll trade a man each and take 60 out of XDR. He's still moving, and he's done. Now 1v3. Let's get a look at Desi here. Desi can't really come up with it, and he'll reload instead of medding at the 97, and that's just a tough break. You know, certainly it might have been dangerous. I think the thing to do there would be to switch to your knife and continue to med, and then switch back to your Sr8 and hope that you don't knife someone by accident. So that'll be tough, and only up by 1 here. 6 minutes remaining. 3v3. Let's see if 24/7 can capitalize on this even advantage. Down 2v3 now. 2v2. And Lolzy with a great shot, and XDR with another shot off screen, and they'll take that. 6-4, 6 minutes remaining. Still very close, but 24/7 seems to be emerging as the stronger team here. Certainly when you factor in that man advantage, much stronger. And sorry about that, guys at home. I forgot to turn off my voice alerts on TS3. So you just heard some comings and goings there. Ooh, Lolzy with a tough miss. And he'll finish him off. And a lot of substitution happening over here. And some trash talking here from Lolzy. Seems to be fun-spirited though. Seems to be good. And Lolzy looking down Ivy again. Hopefully this Phoenix here again, and they can have another showdown in the hallway. Ooh, Lolzy, a great shot there on Luke. That's huge. And they'll go 3v3 now. Even it up by 3. 5 minutes remaining. You know, if I had to make my predictions now, I'd have to go with 24/7. A little troll in there from Lolzy. Taking the piss a bit, as they'd say. Ooh, a 90 in the butt on Rilo. Hard to believe. I'm pretty sure Rilo was looking at him, not away from him. But as we all know, since 4.2015 with the new hit locations, sometimes people have some pretty fat butts and can get hit from the front in the butt. So Lolzy here, Desi off screen, taking it down to a 2v1, 24/7. Poised to take another round, go up by 4, which would be huge with 4 minutes remaining. They're bunched up here at the ladder, which is a little dangerous. XDR moving, try to chase him down. Now Lolzy here should move for there he does, good. So Lolzy's going to try and prevent him from making it out this direction, and if he can, go in for a flank. So they seem to have cornered him down here in Oak. Ooh, and Phoenix gets Desi. So Lolzy here. 1v1. Ooh, that was a really dangerous way to walk into that tunnel. Wow, and a draw. That's one of the first draws we've seen in this Sr8 tournament. Usually things move a little too quickly for that. That's pretty incredible. So still 7-4, 3 minutes remaining. A good lucky no-scope there, but they're down 1v3. XDR, see if he can pull this together, clutch out of this. And he can't, and that's 7-5, down by 2, 3 minutes remaining, really getting close now. Man. So these four moving together, sticking together, having a little trouble jumping over the door there. Ooh, and they seem to have walked into an ambush. They've traded players, 3v2 now. Desi can't quite get that shot off. He'll take 50. Seem to be staring each other down. There must be someone flanking here. X3R, definitely the wise, experienced player going in for the flank. And it looks like he'll be flanking the flankers here. 2v3 still. X3R looking for that kill. They seem to be cycling around the center of the map here. I imagine we'll see someone run into Oak pretty soon. Ooh, X3R all alone, 1v3, playing it aggressive. Oh, it seemed to have taken a moment to do something other than look for a shot there. Don't know if he went very slightly momentarily AFK or something. So, down by 1, minute 30 left. Certainly could be the last round here. Desi gets a 60 in the tunnel by Flowers, and he's taken from behind by Xiaomi. 4v2, that's quite an advantage. If I were 24/7, I'd be looking to rush real quick and end this round one way or the other, in hopes that they could get that next round in. Ooh, so we're down 1v2. Lolzy here, certainly capable of clutching. We got Luke and Xiaomi. And Lolzy's going to waste time here. That's really smart. If he can manage to waste all 47 seconds, then they'll come away with the victory on this map and the overall victory of the game, of the match. They're close. He must be nervous. He must be sweating it. People who've been in that position before, you know how tense that is. Really getting that heart rate up. Waiting, hoping for the best. Let's see if they have any ideas. Oh, and they seem to be in Oak, and nowhere near. Even if they knew where he was at this point, they'd have a tough time getting there in time and killing him. Lolzy here, trying to troll them a bit, telling them he's at Silo. Lucky they weren't at Silo when he said that, so they'll be going to see that. Some comments from Tony. Tony feels that's not in the spirit of fair play. Oh, and Xiaomi might have a lead on him. Wow! Just in time. Oh, man. Really right at the very, very last second. That was pretty incredible by Xiaomi there. So we'll go into the sudden death round, and this round here will decide the entire match. This is really exciting. So let's get a look on Luke here. They're gonna camp out Flowers, it looks like. Maybe send out one feeler, since they have that man advantage. And it looks like 24/7 is gonna camp the Silo as well. So Flowers and Silo, certainly two of the favorite positions to hold in this map. Especially in Team Survivor. And Tony inquiring if there's a fourth map. No, in fact, because of the Survivor rule, or sorry, because of the sudden death rule, there is no such thing as a draw. If this round draws, it will immediately play another round until one team emerges victorious, 8-7. So no fear of a fourth map. Don't worry about that, folks. So just under a minute remaining in the round. 24/7 on the move now. I think they must assume that they're in Flowers. Ooh, 50 on Luke there. That's tough. Desi really should have capitalized on that. That was quite an easy shot, and it's gonna be really tough. He's gonna get meted up to 90 now. Certainly puts him at risk for a lot more hits, but. 3 at 100 and 1 at 90 versus 3 at 100 is still just as bad as a normal 4v3. So 18 seconds. Let's take a look at these guys. Sniper still camping in there. Obviously 24/7 doesn't want to rush down a man. That's certainly not smart. It seems they'll sit there and discuss it for a while as the round draws. So we'll see another round here, another sudden death round. It's really getting interesting at the end of this match. Sniper seems to be moving a bit this time, 24/7 as well. So they're going to take the tunnel. Have another strange player connecting to the server. It's really odd. Hopefully nothing malignant. So Xiaomi and Phoenix seem to be sort of patrolling between Flower and Oak. And Desi here at the silo. Sniper coming towards silo. Ooh, and they've gone down 2v4. And yet another. Oh man. So well, this will be very interesting. 2v2 now. Phoenix and Xiaomi hiding in the pathway to Flowers. These guys doing some funny business over here. 24/7 not at all impressed with this this person connecting here without an off, without a tag, in the second final round of the final map. It's really something. And yeah, really playing it like a pub here. They'll get 60 out of him. Oh, and Desi's down. X3R 1v1. Wow, Phoenix takes it, and that's really interesting. So I think, well, we'll see. I think we'll have to, the admins are going to have to go over this match, go through all the demos tomorrow, and take some good hard looks at things and see what really went down. Yeah, really quite a lot that sort of, quite a lot of mistakes on both sides. It's going to be very interesting. So as it is now, it looks like Sniper Jump with the win, though we saw many map point infractions, which would have brought the score much closer to 7-5 or 7-4, 7-6 in favor of 24/7. But of course 24/7 playing with a player that was not on their roster 24 hours before the match, so that is a match point penalty. So it would appear as though the maps were still drawn. Like I said, we'll go over all of this tomorrow, the admins, and then see what we can figure out.